And I can tell you the kids were more interested in that drone than anything else.
Well, Mike, thank you very much. That was first class, as expected. Thanks very much to you and Michelle for that wonderful gift to us.
Okay, Dr. Ruiz?
Madam Chairman, board members, I would recommend adoption, or excuse me, approval of the consent agenda as adopted.
Do I have a motion?
So moved with questions.
Do I have a second? Second. What's your mic on? That would be Mr. Dionis. And Ms. Cook, we'll start with you.
Okay, this is on the code.org. I went through, and it could be that I just didn't get it, but what is the actual cost to us? Is it only when we send people that are not covered, I mean, for the two courses that are not covered, is that our only cost?
I think the services, services that are described and provided in the contract are free of charge. Anything certainly additional to that, I would assume we would absorb that cost. Ms. Wright, I don't know if all of you have met Monica Wright. Most of you
Yes,
have, I think.
I
Okay, you do know her.
Well, code.org, the agreement that was signed, really is a secure agreement that if they provide the trainer for our teachers, that we will, in all good faith, implement their curriculum. And it's an annual contract. If we don't want their services or we're not teaching it, then it's just dissolved. There's no money changing hands. They provide a free facilitator and free curriculum for our assistant superintendent of curriculum to review every year, of course, and to see if that's the direction we want to go.
And is this affiliated at all with the website we went on to on the day of coding?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
That is the nonprofit that does the code.org and exactly K-12 free curriculum.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Ruiz?
I was just going to say too, and what we're looking at is a progression.
Yes.
From kindergarten through 12th grade actually, and so it'll take some time to implement it, throughout all the levels. But that is our plan, and we're working to design that and to implement that in our schools, which would be, I forget what the course was called in the middle schools, but of course at the high school would be computer science courses that would be offered at that level. So it's a partnership that we have, and Mr. Hackett reviewed the contract. St. Johns County has a similar contract, and we reviewed theirs, and we had similar concerns that they did with one aspect of the contract as to where, if there were, in the event that there were some medication, where it would be conducted. So we changed that, and St. John's had a similar concern. But other than that, I think it's a good opportunity for us, and gives us an opportunity to provide some experiences for our kids, and as technology continues to advance.
Dr. Burns?
And I just want to say that I'm excited about you attending this conference, but what I see going on with students. We attended the hour of code in Bryceville. I was amazed at what the students could do, and I know we're going to continue to extend that, and the STEM program. So I would love to get an update too, once you return, if you could just give us an update on what we're doing and where we're going this coming year. Thank you.
Anything else on code.org?
Okay, so I know we're approving your travel to go there, but have the teachers been identified, and when will they be going for training?
The May 2nd, May 20th through 22nd is for me to go to be a facilitator for a very specific program, curriculum that they're offering for computer science in science, to integrate the computer science modules into our already existing curriculum, how we see that. And the teachers who will sign up through our professional development summer offerings will actually be trained locally at FSCJ, and they will receive the training for free and the curriculum for free. There is no cost to send them to anywhere. That's one beautiful agreement of the Northeast Regional contract with Code, is they will be bringing their training to us. We do not have to send them to various locations. But I'm going to be a facilitator and trained to deliver that content.
Dr. Burns?
And you are delivering it. Because I think it's very important that you have hands-on interaction, live interaction for this to work.
Correct.
I think it's more effective too.
Correct. Starting next school year, we will have some of this content in our middle schools.
Thank you.
Anything else on code.org? Any other questions or comments on the consent agenda? Ms. Cook?
Okay, this is on, and I'm not sure exactly who will answer it. On the junk items, Furnace Beach High School typewriters. How many more typewriters do we have? I mean, I know that there's some people that are, Robin included, will not get rid of her typewriter.
I think when we did the maintenance agreement this year, we were down to somewhere in the 60, 70 range. But we are working with Focus right now, and hopefully we'll be implementing that at the beginning of the school next year, so the typewriter usage will fall off greatly at that point.
And currently, the reason for the typewriters is because there are certain forms that
Correct.
cannot.
To do purchase orders and those types of things, they're still using our typewriter in some cases, if they haven't moved to our Excel format.
Any other questions on the consent agenda this evening? Ms. Cook?
I don't have a question, I have a comment. Only. This is on the approval for the increase in the school meal pricing. This is a comment of upset, because I feel like that what this is doing is hitting our students in the middle class with the increase, because, you know, it's to cover the free and reduced lunch, and we don't need to do it here because our food service program is making money, and it's just wrong that we're being mandated to update, to increase this when we, it'd be one thing if we were right at the line or needed it to break even, but we don't, and this is wrong, and I'm going to be writing Bill Nelson and Andrew Crenshaw, which is going out, but, and to let them know that this is wrong, and they should have realized what they were doing. Now, I can't say how many lunch programs are like ours and are making money. They're probably few and far between, but still, ours is doing it, and it's not right that our kids are and our parents are having to do this because it's what Washington says.
And this is the first time that we've increased it in 4 or 5 years. And some districts, in order to meet the, for lack of a better word, I'll say the comparability, you know, for the free and reduced lunch, so that we don't get penalized for that. A lot of districts will increase it, you know, 5 cents every year, and you know.
We didn't do that.
And we didn't do that, so we're just catching up right now, I guess, with what other districts have done. But yeah, it's part of the system and the bureaucracy that's involved in that.
It still doesn't make right.
No, I agree with you.
Any other questions or comments on the consent agenda this evening? So we have a motion and a second on the floor to accept it. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Dr. Ruiz, action item 5A, please.
Madam Chairman, the board, I have a request and also a recommendation to approve the advertisement for Administrative Rule 6.25, conflict of interest.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
Do I have a second?
Second.
questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Dr. Lewis, action item 5B, please.
Yes, ma'am. I would request and recommend approval of change order number 1, which is a deductive change order in the amount of $532,328.30 for sales tax purposes for the 2 primary skills labs, 2 ESE skills labs, group toilets, additional parking, and related site work for Southside Elementary School.
Do I have a motion?
Motion made.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? Mr. Dionis?
Mr. Burnett, would you be so kind just to explain to the group what you explained to me earlier? I had that little backwards, Chairman Martin, and at any rate, Mr. Burnett explained it in great detail, quickly.
I'll try. What this first change order is a series of change orders. Most of you all know the drill. We have in our contract, we put in our contract language, anything that costs $2,000 or more, we back that total amount of money out of the contractor's bid number. That's what this number represents. Then we spend to purchase the material for the contractor, so we don't pay sales tax because we're exempt. So that's what this change order represents. And before we go to the other ones, and then I'll address the other ones as we go.
Okay. So we don't want to talk about the big savings yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
This is just par for the course for me, Jamie. It's just,
Well, it's all new to me, so that's,
I will stay right here.
Okay, fair enough.
So I have a motion and a second for action item 5B. Do I have any other questions or comments from the board? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Dr. Ruiz, action item 5C, please.
Yes, Madam Chairman, I would request approval and recommend such of change order number 2 in the amount of $8,938, which is a deductive change order as well for the 2 primary school skills labs, 2 ESE skills labs, group toilets, additional parking, and related site work for Southside Elementary School.
Do I have a motion?
Motion made.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? Mr. Dionis?
Well, if you'd like, Mr. Burnett, I know this all kind of runs together,
Yes.
and that was the confusing part for me, Madam Chairman, was how they all.
Be glad to. This change order is what we call a regular change order. It's not, has anything to do with sales tax at all, or direct purchases or anything. This is just a regular change order. This could have been an additive change order as well as a deductive change order. But as I described under the issue there were items that we found that just ended up being so roughly $9,000 to our advantage. So that amount of money we also save in the contract.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.